What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the Motorhead YouTube channel. As you know, guys, the C63S is almost done. It's pretty much there. We just have to reassemble this front bumper, but we are getting it tuned by Motorhead. I'm going to link them down below. A really awesome company, and they're going to work with us to give us a nice, clean, efficient tune for this thing, especially since we just put a cold air on it, and we are putting some downpipes on it from VRP speed. So stay tuned for that, guys. In the next episode, we're going to button this thing up, but we're going to let it cure. And while it's curing, we can go ahead and take that ECU out and ship it out to Motorhead and get them to tune it. So we decided to get another build, and since you all like this AMG, guys, we got another one, as you can see from the title. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So here it is, guys. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's a polar white C63S AMG. You know we got to get the AMG because, man, these things are just built so nice compared to a BMW. And as you know, we're big on BMWs, but now after seeing how nice that Mercedes is, I just think it's so much easier to work on these cars. So let's go ahead and go over this car. So to start off, guys, there is some pretty gnarly damage right here. As you can see, it whacked the tree. I actually have the dash cam footage, so let's go ahead and roll that real quick. All right, so as you can see from that footage, guys, this guy tried to launch it, and I guess he just didn't have the necessary skill to drive a car with this kind of power, because once the car starts losing traction, you don't want to let off the gas. I think that's what he did, and the car just caught traction and threw him off the road. It looks like he didn't even attempt to correct it, but unfortunately, it destroyed pretty much all over every body panel. As you can see, this fender's destroyed. It's going to need to be replaced. The hood, if anyone knows where we can find a hood, preferably we don't want to fix this hood because it is pretty beat up. Luckily for us, this car is PPF, so for this bumper, it really didn't take much damage. As you can see, like right here, I bet when we peel this PPF off, it's going to be just minor nicks. So the bumper is going to be easy to fix. The headlight, we already got a headlight. It's in the back. We move on further. You see this door. I really want to replace this door because these doors are aluminum. We found that out from the CLS, and there's just a nasty gash there and a nasty one here. And as you can see, it goes across the whole whole door. So I don't know, I don't really want to fix that door. This door we're obviously going to fix because it's just very minor damage. And yeah, this thing's pretty nice. It does got some fake carbon on it, but we're definitely gonna have to peel that off for sure. This quarter panel is just fine. We're still going to paint it. We're going to give this full car a paint job. It's just, it makes sense with so much damage everywhere. It's nice just to make sure we have a perfect color match and repaint everything. And also, these pillars are beat up. We are actually going to collab with V-Tuned. He actually just got a very awesome dent puller, so he's going to pull all that damage out for us, guys, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. If we move on to the back here, you know, the trunk is pretty good. One thing I don't like is someone painted these, and look, it's literally just coming off. Oh, it's plasti dipped.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah, so they plasti dipped that. That's, see, we don't want to paint the CLS. We're going to black it out with wrap, so who knows, maybe we'll do this car too.
Yeah, so in the rear, just a little bit of damage right there, but nothing too serious.
Yeah, it's not bad. There is some weird damage right here. I don't know how this happened. I think maybe it like pushed the whole bumper in, and like this bracket stayed and it pushed out of the bumper. So
yeah, because it's like a huge bracket back there probably.
Yeah, and then the bumper is damaged right here. I don't know, I think I'm going to try to fix this to save some money, but also there is damage right here. Luckily it's not too bad, you know, just pull that out, fix it. This side skirt, most likely need to replace it. So if anyone does have parts for this car, you know, let me know. Obviously we don't want them for free. We're willing to pay, but if y'all can work with us, you know, we can throw y'all some exposure. Doors also over here have some damage. This door is not too bad. It's going to be pretty easy to fix because we got access right here and just to beat it out, straighten it out. And then this one, obviously we're going to have to take the door panel off most likely. Well, actually, I don't know how we're going to do that, but we're going to have to figure it all out because this is aluminum, unfortunately, so it is going to be a challenge. I'm thinking what we're going to do is probably take it to V-Tune shop, and he's going to pull all that out, and he will help us metal work these doors. and get it all perfect, pretty much ready for Bondo, and then we'll bring it back and finish it off here. So that's gonna be super exciting, guys. Stay tuned for that. And also, guys, check out the interior on this car. It is just absolutely beautiful. Look at all that aluminum and the red stitch with all the red accents, as you can see from these doors. This is actually the same spec as Samcrack's C63, and it's super cool. Definitely need to get a CKM car design steering wheel for it, like we did for the other AMG. I think it'll fit even better for this car because this car has red stitch everywhere. So with the aluminum and carbon fiber, especially since this car already has carbon fiber all up in here, so I think that steering wheel is going to look absolutely amazing in this car. Does have some blown airbags, as you can see. 2 roof airbags. We have the airbags. We're most likely going to replace them in this episode. But for now, I want to give the car a nice clean because it's so much nicer to work on a car that's super clean. And as you can see, this car is super dirty because it went through a forest. And we're going to clean it all off and detail the inside. And then I think we'll replace the airbags, and then from there we'll probably take that front bumper off because it looks like there's coolant leaking out. So I want to see what's damaged so I know what to order. Okay, so we got the car all cleaned up. It's looking very nice, and now we're gonna move on to the interior, and we need to get this headliner out. And you said it was pretty simple, yeah, bud?
Yeah, I think it's pretty easy because you see it's a big sunroof, so.
Yeah, plus it popped out right there. So we just need to take these handles off, take off these, and get this roof out, and then get these airbags replaced. Okay, so we went ahead and dropped the roof. We're not gonna be able to take it out. I just don't want to damage it. Wait, actually, it looks like it's damaged right here, bud.
Oh, yikes.
That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah,
because
the roof is broken.
That means we're gonna have to take it out anyways to get it fixed.
Yeah, how are we gonna get it out without damaging it more?
I got no idea. It's a good question.
Man, yeah, see that roof is broken right there. So we gotta get that repaired.
We gotta get it out somehow. I know for a fact we gotta remove these belts because they're locked up, and we need to get those off because the airbag goes all the way up inside there, and you just can't move them with this. Okay. Tighten up. That's why I got this seat out. So we're gonna do that for now, and then we're gonna try and figure out a way to get this out. Probably we might just have to put these back all the way and try and shimmy it out.
I think we can do it. Let's go ahead and get the
seat belts off. And while we get these off, the battery will charge, and we can put this back. All right, so now as you can see, we have access to our airbag, and we will need to take these seat belts out because they're locked up. So we need to send them safety restore and get them fixed. So let's get that side off, and then hopefully the battery will be charged up a bit so we can put this seat back and get this headliner out. Man, I'll tell you what, Mercedes did it right with these things. You can sleep in this car. Look at this. All right, so we should be able to get this out. We're just gonna have to very carefully feed it out of the. What side do you think, bud? Probably driver, yeah.
Yeah, let's go this way since I'm already here.
Let me get this plugged off.
All right, let's go with it.
Which way you think?
This way. Where I'm at.
All right, so we're getting these airbags off, and it's a pretty tricky system because they're just hard to get to, but once you get the hang of it, you can get it off. So we're gonna get both of these off, and then we'll install the new ones. Okay, just like that, guys, our airbags are in. They're looking great. Well, I'd got that side just not done. And now, what do you say? Let's move on to the bumper.
Yeah, let's go take it off and see what's going on up there.
Okay, guys, so I was noticing the wheel was rubbing up against it, and I looked under here and it's just completely smashed up. We can't really see what we need from here, so we're gonna get this bumper off, which most of the hard work is done for us, but we're gonna get this bumper off and store it somewhere. We're not gonna take it apart or anything. I wanna leave it together like we did with the red CLS. That way we can just hide it, and then when the time comes to fix it, we can strip everything down. That way nothing gets lost. So let's go ahead and get this thing stripped off, and then we'll see what's going on under there. Okay guys, so unfortunately this car does have a lot of hidden damage. A lot of this stuff is just really smashed up. As you can see, this auxiliary heater is just absolutely destroyed, and that's probably why our coolant all leaked out and it's overheating. And then over here, it's just pretty beat up. As you can see, all these plastics, this little piece, I can't imagine this stuff is cheap. So that's kind of unfortunate and it sucks. I mean, you can't really see it from the pictures and stuff because the car just doesn't look too bad in the front. It just looked like the bumper was a little scratched up, but it turns out this bumper actually took a very hard hit. I imagine it was probably the embankment, because like when it flew off the road, it went down and it just smacked right into the ground. I'm really hoping this right here isn't broken, which it seems to be fine. And that's kind of like what the damage on the rear looks like. You know, the bumper doesn't look bad in the rear either, but it really got smashed up. So now we know what we need to order here, so that's fine. We're not going to go any further, because now we can just go ahead and order that piece. That way we can have the car running and driving, because as I said, we are going to take it to V-Tune shop to get all those dents pulled out. So we want it to drive, and we don't want to take too much off of it to where we can't drive it on the road. So we're going to wait and just order that. And then now I think we should remove the rear. Don't you say, why we should remove the rear bumper too?
Yeah, let's remove the rear.
Because I kind of want to see what's going on over here, because as you can see, you know, it's pretty beat up and it went in pretty deep. This bumper is probably going to have to be replaced, and I just want to see if any brackets under there got destroyed also. So let's go ahead and drop this bumper. Okay, so I suspected it took a pretty hard hit here, and as you can see, it caved all of this in and here. So I don't know if there's frame damage. We're going to have to order that bracket right there and get a new bumper and see how it lines up. But this is definitely going to have to be beat out and dollied, and we're gonna have to prime it and paint it again. So definitely a lot more hidden damage on this car than we expected, but it's all good. You know, it's fixable and it doesn't look too bad. So now we pretty much know all the parts that we need to get as far as under here and over there. That way we can get this car driving and take it over to V-Tunes. But yeah, it's looking good. What do you think?
I think it's good. I mean, for it to knock that off, it must have took a pretty good hit. See, it just snapped it off completely. Subtle details that let you know what really happened.
Yeah, it must have.
That's pretty bad, man. I mean, if you see that's kinked
and also I noticed this wheel is a little bit inwards, so it took a pretty hard hit. I think it bent a control arm somewhere.
Oh, he must have changed the tire, right? It might have blew the tire. Oh no, that's on all the wheels.
No, this is all insurance marked on that. But it doesn't look too bad. I don't know, we'll probably replace every arm. I found all the suspension for the CLS for relatively cheap, so I think it'll be safe to just replace all the suspension, because you never know what got bent, and I don't want to replace one arm and then take it to alignment and it doesn't line up. So definitely just got to find all the suspension for it. And over here everything looks good. As you can see, it's what that side is supposed to look like. This bracket's just completely snapped off. We're going to have to buy this bracket, and the heat shields I think are fixable, no big deal. But it looks pretty decent. The wheels are definitely going to have to be painted. Every single one has damage. Let's see right here there's damage, so maybe gloss black, or maybe if there's a company out there with some wheels, hit us up. We'd love to work with you, because all of these wheels are pretty bad. It's surprising that the one wheel that was hit is the only wheel that doesn't have any damage on it.
Bro, look what I'm noticing here. Look at the quarter. Feel that.
Oh,
yeah, I just noticed that.
Dang, so it took a pretty hard whack. All right, so it probably will have to go on the frame.
Yeah.
Dang,
I mean,
you couldn't even see that. Yeah, that's definitely
in.
That's why that bumper was like that, probably. It probably pushed all this in and caved it in like that, so it's gonna have to be yanked out a little bit. As you can see right here, that's what it's supposed to look like.
I wonder what he hit with the rear. It must have just hit like the rear when it was going in. It must have bottomed out back here or something.
Yeah, that's what I think happened, because there was a bunch of dirt here, which means it definitely hit a dirt mound and just caved all of that.
Yeah. The exhaust doesn't look too hurt. It's a little bit scratched up, but not really dented. So, but yeah,
definitely a lot more hidden damage than we expected, though. But honestly, it's all fixable. It's nothing that's like the end of the world, you know. It's definitely not horrible. It could have been way worse. This could have been completely smashed into, or we'd have to cut it out and replace it. So
yeah, so
it's definitely all right.
Then the car probably would have went for cheaper. You know,
but even then, I feel like if people would have seen this damage, it would have went for even cheaper. Because I mean, it's not the best deal, but dang, that plus this is stuff that you can't really see, so it's not too bad.
You didn't show him this, did you?
Oh yeah, I showed him on the other side, but yeah, this side is
way worse.
This side's even worse. So
it's a white car. It's hard to see though, so kind of the camera doesn't give it justice. But
yeah, but if you look like this,
you can see it.
Yeah, it's all tore up, and this is all stuff you can't see in pictures. That's the thing about white. It's like it's hard to see stuff like this, so it's very easy to miss.
Surprisingly, the car's not scratched up as bad. You know, like just certain spots for it to go through some.
Yeah, I don't see how it damaged all this and didn't even bust this glass, because you see it hit the molding right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know if we can fix that. Maybe. I think
that's glass too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a whole panoramic roof.
Oh. Okay, so not too much. I mean,
it's definitely a lot of work though. It's all over damage.
Yeah, that makes it a lot harder. But if we replace some of these doors,
I think we'll just have to replace that one over there.
And that's fixable. That's right on the flat.
Yeah, we can just grab that edge and pull it back out. So
and this fender we're gonna fix too, right?
Yeah, I think we can fix it. We heat it up and then just we'll take it off. That way we can have access from the back and just heat it up real nicely, dolly it out.
Yeah.
Because it's just this right here and this little kink, you know. Honestly, I don't think that's that bad.
Yeah, if the fender's, $600-700, that's not too bad.
Yeah, because
just fix it.
There's already a lot of parts that are gonna have to be bought for this car.
Just need to make a list of all that stuff and order all these parts.
Yeah, and while the parts are coming in, we'll get back on that CLS and get it knocked out.
Yes, sir. And then the Lincoln.
Yup.
Then the Lincoln.
All right, guys, so that's gonna be it for this video. Unfortunately, the damage is a lot worse than we expected, and we're finding things, and I'm thinking that battery is bad, and that's gonna be very unfortunate because that battery is like $800. Even though it's like this tiny, it's pretty crazy, but it is lithium ion, and those batteries, once they drain, they're done. You cannot recharge them, and it's completely ruined. So a lot of parts that need to be ordered on this car, so stay tuned, guys. We're gonna get everything ordered, get it on the way. That way we can just start knocking this thing out. I'm really excited. I can't wait to get into it, because I mean, most of the panel beating, the hard stuff, Ben's going to be doing over at V-Tuned. and we're gonna collaborate on that. So it's gonna be exciting to go from there and to just get the Bondo on there, get it into primer, and then get it repainted. This is a really big project, but I think we can handle it, and I think it's gonna be awesome. So if you wanna stick around and watch this rebuild, be sure to smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out. And also, if you want the inside scoop, for instance, I did drop this build on Instagram before YouTube, so if you wanna see it before YouTube, go ahead and follow us on Instagram at motorhead.co. I'm gonna link it down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and we appreciate all the love and support. Peace.